To New York when you can watch a Broadway show right here in Cincinnati. Unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you know the music of Frozen. But I'll bet you've never seen anything like this. Frozen, the Broadway musical, is playing now downtown at the Aronoff Center for the Arts. I saw it yesterday. It's amazing. And Mason Reeves plays Kristoff. He is with us this morning via Zoom. Hey, Mason, how are you?
Good. How are you? Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, I'm so great. I just so enjoyed that show, and I enjoyed you in that role. Are you having fun?
Oh, I'm having a great time. It is awesome.
So this is your first
Cincinnati's
national
a great
tour.
city. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So this is your first national tour, right? What's it like?
It is. It took a long time to get used to it, but now that I'm used to it, I'm having a great time. You have to start to figure out. I'm just kind of using it as like a nice paid-for nationwide tour, and I'm figuring out different cities, figuring out different vibes, and enjoying life along the way. You know?
Oh, that's great. So how long have you been with the tour now then?
I've been with it before the pandemic. We ran for a couple of months and got shut down, and then since the pandemic, we've been back since August. So it's been about 7 months straight now, and I'm not over it yet, so I'm having a good time.
That's fantastic. Well, I just remember when you and Sven the Reindeer came in on stage, that moment of everybody was just in awe seeing the two of you. So I have to ask you, what is that like from your perspective when you're coming in with Sven and you see the audience reaction?
Oh, it is so exciting. You know, I always like to imagine that it's entrance applause for me. I know it's not at all, but and nobody knows who I am, but it provides such a great energy for the rest of the show. And it also helps me lock into what people love so much about Kristoff, which is just that goofiness and that sort of the combination of his sort of serious nature and then that inner goofiness. And him and Sven get to really play that out and show their friendship for the audience in a way that makes people smile and laugh.
We're seeing a little bit of video. We just got a little shot of Sven there. What is it like to interact with a puppet? I know you're used to working with actors, but you have to really interact with, and you know, he is an actor inside there, but he doesn't really talk. You have to talk for him. So tell me a little bit about what that's like.
Absolutely. I mean, it was really goofy when I was first starting to figure out how to do it. But now, because when we started rehearsals, we didn't have the full puppet. I didn't know what it was going to all be like. And it's incredible. I work with two amazing guys, Colin Baja and Evan Strand, who switch off playing the role because it's so hard to do every night. But they are so emotive with that puppet. And it's kind of amazing the amount of things that they can do. That a small ear twitch or something lets me know that they're listening, or an eye blink, or them sort of nuzzling up against me. The amount of things that they can do with that puppet, the imagination that they have, makes it feel like I'm just on stage with another person. I'm very lucky to have such great people to work with.
Oh man, well, they're lucky to have you too. I would imagine do you have to look out for them a little bit since they're in that big costume?
Absolutely, yeah. So they can't quite see super well, and so a lot of the time I direct by moving my feet in a certain direction, so they know, okay, he's moving now, or I have to give them little nudges on the shoulder so that they know where they are and when to stop moving.
That is fascinating. That's really fascinating. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about some of the things you like to do when you're visiting the cities on this great tour that you get paid for.
Oh yeah, I go find a coffee shop in every city, or I go find multiple coffee shops and spend like a lot of time just sort of sitting and reading. That's sort of one of my big routine things. So coffee shops are really important for me. I also love to go find nice parks, somewhere to just sit down. And if you can't tell, I just sort of like to chill and read and sort of get the vibe for the city. And I find one of the best ways to do that is just to go sit in a coffee shop or go sit in a park and enjoy the weather, as long as it's not too cold, which hasn't been. It seems to be warming up here, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you are about to have a fantastic weekend. Super walkable city. Go down by the river and walk around down there too while you're here. Mason, Thank you so much for taking time out for us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
It was such a pleasure. And Frozen is on stage now at the Aronoff Center.